All right, so welcome. This is the first just 2 minutes. It's basically me interviewing people in the industry and pretty much just 2 minutes of random questions. So here's a timer.
Pretty psyched I get to be in the first 2 minutes.
Okay, here we go. And, okay. All right, so imagine you're going somewhere, right? Okay. Walking into a store. And if you could see the future where this guy, because this is like stuff that happened to me, where this guy doesn't even acknowledge or say thank you, would you still open a door for him as he's walking in?
Yeah, I do. You know, I still want to keep myself as chivalrous as possible. You know, I always stop, let people cross the street, even though they don't wave or say thank you, you know, but I will mumble something under my breath, though. How about that?
Okay. Yeah, I wouldn't.
No? You're all set?
If I could see the future and I open a door for this guy, if it was a lady, of course, I'd open the door for her. I don't care if she says yes or no, but a guy, yeah, he's... Okay, so that's one question. Second is, frap?
Frappuccino?
A frap / cabinet / milkshake. Which flavor would you get?
Well, I call it a milkshake.
Milkshake.
And if it's a milkshake, you can put whatever ice cream you want in it. So I'm definitely probably pistachio.
Pistachio. Oh,
yeah,
that's
I like
awesome.
Pistachio. I love it. Can't
get
enough of it.
Yeah, I like Oreo. That's
the only problem is the little nuts are going to get caught in the straw.
Yeah, yeah. Peanut butter to anything. Oh shoot, it's like 30 seconds. Okay, if you were to play a sport, would you play the spearing where you like throw the thing,
Javelin?
or disking, or you know?
I love frisbee. Javelin? I'm throwing the spear.
Yeah, I agree. Me too.
You gotta throw the spear.
Because the other one you gotta like spin around and like throw it. So all right, cool. Shoot, 10 seconds. What kind of sport would you play?
I grew up wrestling, so I love it. It's my favorite
shoot,
sport.
I'm not gonna mess with you. Wow.
Is that it?
All right. So what do you think?
I love it. My only thing was this started vibrating. Is that gonna ruin anything?
No.
All right, good.
All right, cool. So we'll just continue on and talk
That's
about.
Awesome. That's fun.
Whew, that was like a lot of adrenaline.
Yeah. You gotta go quick.
Oh gosh.
You're gonna have a time. How many questions can you get through?
All right, so back to the industry. You were talking about some cool things that you guys offer for a VA. You want to tell us about?
LoanDepot is really going to start focusing on creating our own VA department. All right? So we always had a tremendous renovation department, first-time homebuyer department, so on, but now we're putting a lot of focus on VA loans. I think an industry as a whole has not been accepting of. Only 25% of veterans use their benefit, and it's the best program that's out there for a buyer.
Absolutely, yeah.
You know, 'cause there's so much that the VA offers that sometimes lenders and realtors don't even know. Mm-hmm. One thing is something called Tidewater, right? You know, I hear a lot of realtors going, well, the VA appraisal is so tough. They question everything so tough, like FHA and so on. But do you know that a VA appraiser is going to give you the opportunity to present extra comps if he thinks it's going to come in short prior to him making a final decision. So he'll go out there and look at the house and he'll say, you know, this is probably going to come in lower than the purchase price. And we are starting to see that in this market right now a little bit in certain areas. But they'll give us a call and say, hey, you got 48 hours to give me some better comps than what I'm using, and I'll include them in my appraisal. That's huge.
Yeah.
You know, no other program does that.
Yeah, it's always tough. Like if I'm listing a property and I know that I'm listing it really high and we get offers that are really high, I have to prove ourselves for the price. So it's like, got to get the numbers. But being on the other side, being the buyer, working with them and getting a lower appraisal, that's also tough.
It is tough.
Because they could lose the deal if the seller won't agree and the buyer can't afford putting money up front.
Extra money up front. And we have ways of fixing that problem. So for all my real estate agents out there, if that happens, you get an appraisal that comes in short, no matter what program, give us a call at LoanDepot. We have solutions for that. Where if your buyers or your seller is not willing to lower the purchase price and your buyer doesn't have the money, there are other options that we at LoanDepot can help them out with.
Awesome. I love finding ways and solutions around things.
You have to think out of the box in this
Yeah.
market. You know, it's a tricky market. There's a lot of opportunity out there though, but you do have to think out of the box a little bit.
Not to give names or like, did you have a crazy VA story where?
Yeah, actually. You know, the great thing is about VA loans is there's no cap to how much you can borrow. Where conventional FHA, they all have a cap. You can only go up to a certain amount, and then you have to go into what we call a jumbo loan. And with jumbo loans, sometimes they'll require more of a down payment. The interest rates might be a little bit higher. But VA, there is no cap to how much they can borrow. And at LoanDepot, we're one of the only lenders out there that will do a VA renovation loan. So we had a veteran come to LoanDepot at one point wanting to convert a dentist office, a commercial space that used to be a single family, back into a single family. And the price on this house was almost $2 million. So we were able to do a VA renovation for the veteran. He was able to buy it up to $2 million, and he was able to do it with 100% financing and no PMI.
Wow, what a mansion.
Right?
Or a mansion?
Yeah.
Nice looking house?
It wasn't a mansion, but it was in a place where it costs mansion prices than of buying a single family home, you know?
Yeah.
So it was pretty amazing. Yeah.
Oh man, I remember we had a VA loan, the buyer was using a VA loan, and the lead paint on the house. We got that taken care of, and then the appraiser came back and was like, 200 feet away, there's that shed. There's like peeling paint on that. That needs to be taken care of. And we're like, oh my gosh.
Would you know that the VA can overrule anything that the appraiser puts on there? So for instance, you're doing a VA loan and there is a deck that's just rotted and falling apart. The appraiser puts it on there that it needs to be removed. The seller refuses to do it. The buyer doesn't want to do it prior to owning the home. You can actually petition and go to the VA itself and say, hey, listen, they're going to get rid of this thing as soon as he owns the home. He just doesn't want to spend the money prior to owning the house. The VA can overrule that appraisal and let the buyer actually go in and buy that home, even though that work needs to be done.
That's amazing information.
Yeah.
So like how long is that process and how does an agent get connected with the VA
Well, the agent
approval?
doesn't have to do anything. Your
Okay.
lender is going to do it.
Okay, okay.
So we have to actually go to the VA themselves
Yeah.
and say, hey, listen, look at this appraisal. This house is a huge benefit to our buyer, right? The whole thing is we want to help veterans get into homes, and so does the VA. So if they're going to lose a great home that they're getting a good deal on that's going to benefit them because of a deck, the VA says, don't worry about it. Go ahead and purchase the home. You're going to remove it, and we'll take care of it. You know, so the VA can overrule anything, you know, as long as it makes sense to the veteran.
Does it happen for FHA? Is there any type of things like so? VA has a lot of power
Yeah.
and control over the appraiser.
Correct. It's the only program that you can do those things.
I know,
And
because they can't touch the appraisers. Like you
Yeah.
can't like
Yeah.
convince
FHA
her.
is strict, conventional strict. They go by the appraisal and the story. Where the VA is more, what can we do to get a veteran into a home that's going to benefit them?
That is awesome.
They think outside the box, you know, and that's why we love VA programs. But a lot of people don't know that stuff. They just see VA loan like, oh, that's going to be a hard loan to close. I'm moving on. I'll take the conventional offer.
Yeah.
But in a lot of senses, VA loans are easier to close than conventional and FHA, especially if something goes wrong.
Okay, so that's one thing, talking about the appraisal with the VA. What other things the VA can influence as far as the whole process? What else can they do?
Well, a lot of things people don't know about is seller's concessions, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, FHA, 6% seller's concession. Conventional, it's different depending on how much they're putting down, but for most part it's 3%. But when you go to a VA loan, they can have all their closing costs taken care of with no limit. Plus they get an extra 4% for doing things like paying down the veteran's debt. So say the veteran wants to get into this house, but they got a lot of debt and they can't quite get into it. And the seller's like, man, I really want to help this veteran out. I'm going to give them a seller's concession. We can pay down their debt to help them get pre-approved.
Wow.
That is something you definitely can't get with any other program.
Wow. All right.
Yeah.
As an agent, there's so much information that we know about, but we have the lender, we have the home inspector, we have the insurance, all these other things that's not in our world. It's good to connect with people like you guys in the industry and your side of the deal to understand and become better at what we do. So we have an edge over others.
Well, it's kind of the same for us, right? So just like real estate agents, you have new real estate agents, you have real estate agents that have been in the industry for 100 years, maybe not 100, but 20. You know, and things change, right? So and programs change. So we need to be constantly educated. So what LoanDepot is doing now is offering a VA certified loan officer. So we're actually going through 3 to 4 classes where they're going to get really in depth with all the benefits of VA loans. I have to actually pass a test in each one of these classes, and then our loan officers can get VA certified, so that you know when you're working with someone that they know all of the little loopholes and tricks and to the trades of doing a VA loan.
Wow.
So we're very excited about the initiative. We are offering online classes through all social media for realtors to go ahead and tune in, where they're going through some of these tricks to VA loans. We're very excited about this new department that we're creating, and we're going to be going at it 100%. So
awesome. If you're watching this and you're a veteran, thank you for your service. There's so many opportunities for you, especially with the VA loans. So it's good to have those. And it's really cool how they're taking care of the veterans.
And the best part, the head of our new VA department are all veterans themselves.
Nice.
So it's very exciting to work with them. They're very professional. They're passionate about this, and can't wait to grow it.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much for, putting up with me and my questions, my random questions at the beginning.
I love them.
Any questions for me? Or?
Yeah. How did you start this awesome building that I'm sitting in right now?
Oh, goodness. Yeah, it was a lot of work. I was really looking for a small place for my brokerage, but I saw this. It was about the same price, but same price doesn't mean that everything is done and ready. Same price is, okay, you put on all this money, and then it's like, but I did see the opportunity with this place, building a co-op here, for the community to come in and use it, for agents to become automatic members. And the shake place, that's going to be awesome. And then our office, so.
Yeah, if you're out there watching this video, you got to stop down and see this place. Kamil has done an amazing job. It is beautiful in here. Tons of great space in here. If you need an office, I definitely recommend coming down and seeing Kamil.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah,
Appreciate it.
absolutely. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll shake hands, look at the camera. We point like that. Okay, awesome.
I love it. I think it came out great. Except for my stuttering in the middle of it.